Hi everyone, it's Robin, and I want to share with you today this picture frame that I made. It's not actually a frame, it's not under glass or anything like that, but I'm going to call it a frame because heck, I don't know. Anyway, this is a picture from our wedding 23 years ago. And I've looked at this picture for 23 years and wanted to do something with it. So guess what? Cross that off the craft bucket list. What my challenge is to you guys is to pull something out that you've been putting off because, you know, these fabulous products come out and we want to use them and then we put something aside but, you know, I'm going to challenge you to pull that something out and do it. Put a video response on here so I can see what you made. Of course, mine's my picture from when we got married, and this is only like one of 5 pictures from our wedding I even like because we didn't hire a good photographer and that was the dumbest thing ever. I lined the back of it with some chipboard and used the 12 by 12 piece of paper, and the collection I'm using from My Mind's Eye blush collection, and I think we've all probably seen that. My Mind's Eye is my favorite paper line. I originally just had it painted an antique white, and to me it was just drowning out my project. What I did was I took glue and I smeared glue all over it, and I waited till it got just tacky where I could take the brush and smear out areas on it. This side over here I'm not liking now that I'm really looking at it. I think I'm going to have to add some more to it, but we'll see. I went to Menards and just bought a quart of paint. They're cheap paint because I have a couple more shelves to paint, and I've showed this before, but here is the paint and the code for you if you really care. You can write that down and take it with you. And the flowers that I used are from I Am Roses, and I'm going to zoom in on them. And I used a variety of the rolled roses from pinks and burgundies, and then added a few of the cherry blossoms and a few of the half-inch, I think those are half-inch or quarter-inch rosebuds to fill in areas, and always top it off with the cute, fabulous cameos. I love cameos, and most of my projects have a cameo tucked in with the flowers. The doily here is a wood veneer piece, along with the other wood veneer pieces I have are all from Wood Veneers for Sale on PhotoBucket. They may have their own website, but go to PhotoBucket and check it out and see if they have moved. I'm sure there's probably a link provided. If I remember, I'll stick it in here, but sometimes I forget that, so sorry. The mats for the picture are from the 6x6 collection. The pink and white stripe one is not from this exact stack, but it is from another one of the My Mind's Eye, the same series. This is the page that I used in between the pink and the white. I added just a strip of the pink and white stripe to the top because it needed something, and I was putting in darker colors and different stuff like that, and it just didn't work. So the stripe worked out perfect just to give it a fill in up there. I didn't want to add anything bulky or anything like that to it because I didn't want any more heaviness up there on the top. Here on the left, when I decided to make this layout, I had bought the lamppost a few weeks ago from Recollections on clearance at Michael's, and as soon as I decided to use this paper and it's a shabby chic kind of look, I knew this lamppost was perfect. And of course, if I used a vintage lamppost, I had to use a vintage high wheel bicycle because they're fabulous. I love them. I don't know why I love those high wheel bicycles and bicycles all of a sudden. I'm so into them, but I love them because they're cute. With the vintage look, with Victorian era and vintage little towns and older towns, there always seems to be a big building with a clock. So I had to throw the clock in, and the clock was actually a pocket watch, and I just cut the top off to use it as a clock. And I think it's perfect for it. Had to add a few roses there at the base of the lamppost just to look like it had flowers growing up it, and it just really finished that spot off. These pearls from Recollections, they remind me of pebbles and stones, which finishes that little area off perfect. It gives the base it gives the lamp a base to sit on like it's sitting on a sidewalk. And I absolutely love how that turned out. I just had to cut it up a little bit to fill it in. The butterfly here up on top, and this butterfly, when I first laid them down on that, just laid them directly down on the paper, it was like they were lost. It needed some dimension. I took a few of the I Am Roses crocheted flower doilies, the little ones, and hot glued them down, then hot glued the butterflies right to them. So, which turned out perfect. It gave them the dimension that it needed in those areas. And up here with this, it just kind of reminds me of clouds. The bike down on the bottom just filled it in like it was a bike going down the street. So it's perfect. I love it. The lace here in the background, I used 2 layers. Over here you can't really tell, but it really, the second layer really filled that in. And this is from the decorative trim that we all love from Hobby Lobby. So it was perfect for a wedding picture. So my challenge to you ladies, gentlemen, and children of all ages is to pull that one thing out and do it. I know everybody has that one thing in their collection that they just keep putting off and keep putting off, but don't put it off no more. And share a video response to this. If you don't share a video response, just leave a comment with a link or anything to your video, and I will go check it out. So have a great night, and thanks for stopping by.